All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing you your daily horoscope for Wednesday, the 8th of July, 2020. Breathing in another beautiful day. We've got the moon in Aquarius for the first part of the day, okay? And around 11 o'clock in the morning, my time, 11 noon, it's going to create a trine. The moon in Aquarius is going to create a trine down there to the north node in Gemini, right? So the moon's saying I emotionally need to be driven by concepts of the future. I need to be driven by radical thinking. I need to think differently. I need to take a different radical approach to how I feel about things, okay? With the sun and Mercury in Cancer and Mercury retrograde happening right now, especially after coming off of Venus retrograde in Gemini, this Mercury retrograde in Cancer is taking a toll on our emotional body. Our emotions, especially as well after the eclipse, okay? Sun in Cancer, Moon in Capricorn eclipse. It just happened on Saturday, Sunday night, wherever you were at. This was intense. This is very intense energy on our feelings, okay? So the North Node trine to the Moon, is reminding us, okay, seek new alternatives, be radical thinking, be radical almost with your love, take chances, all right, step outside of the box, think outside the rectangle, if you will. Okay, so that's a beautiful connection that's happening, 11, 12 o'clock in the day. Now, what we also have going on here, okay, so that's it's a very positive aspect, okay? It's an easy flow of energy between air sign and air sign. Again, forward thinking and looking at both sides of the coin and saying there's another way to do things. There's 9 ways to skin a cat, or so they say. That's a terrible analogy. I think I got to come up with something better than that. But there's many ways to do something. So if it's like the objective that we're seeking here, what way do we go about it? Maybe exhausting the different, brainstorming. The Aquarius is great for that brainstorming. It's clicking on all the possibilities, all the ideas, as well as Gemini is easy to think about different possibilities and ideas and saying, playing our own devil's advocate. Okay, so there's definitely a solution and goal-orientated start of the day, okay? So we're thinking about ways to wrap things up, okay? So this is getting into a little bit of a foreshadowing of the week ahead, okay? Because the moon's going to move into Pisces today, and then on Friday night, Saturday morning, it's going to move into the sign of Aries, okay? So what this is saying today, while the moon is still in Aquarius, is like thinking about the future, thinking about possibilities. What possibilities can I exhaust? And what do I need if this is my objective, if this is my goal, okay? What do I need to wrap up now, wherever I'm at in this space, before I can start the next space? Okay, so it's like I'm going on vacation. What do I want to make sure is tidy and done so when I get home, I can unpack my clothes or whatever, my luggage, and just relax. A lot of people love to clean right before they go on vacation. You know what I mean? So this is like that similar kind of energy. So it's very positive. Then the moon's going to move into Pisces, very like dreamy, very feeling, very feeling. All right, now, plot thickens, my friends. Plot thickens. Look at this. Not an easy aspect. Mars, home in Aries. Mars is taking action, okay? I am moving forward. This is about me and how this is just about me moving forward, okay? My emotional energy in motion, or emotions in emotion, energy in motion, there you go. Mars and Chiron both forming the sextile down here to Venus. Positive aspect. The difficult aspect is the square to Mercury. Okay, so while we have this positive aspect in Venus, which is also aiding this moon trine to the north node happening here in the top of the morning, Venus also creating this sextile easy flow of energy between fire, the ignition, starting the fire, okay, sparking the match, and Venus in Gemini. Again, falling in love with the different possibilities, falling in love with the ebbs and flows, realizing that sometimes the doors that shut in our lives led to possibilities and new possibilities and outcomes that we didn't once see coming, right? So it's like falling in love with these just different things. Falling in love with differences. There you go. Okay. So easy flow of energy. So there's some healing aspects going on. Healing going on with how we love, what we desire. Okay. Some traction happening. However, the square to Mercury is a force to be reckoned with. Okay. Because on one hand, this is saying like, I want to heal. There's stuff I want to heal. And on this hand, it says, I need to take charge. I need to express. I need to move forward. And Mercury in Cancer is saying, I want to hold back. I don't want to express everything that I'm feeling right now. Because if I, it's just like, the eruption is about to start. And if someone keeps, being persistent in having a conversation that we don't want to have, sometimes we erupt in a way that it doesn't come out in a very positive way, and sometimes we say things that we don't mean to say that come out in that moment. This can definitely be one of those days. So feeling this energy on the 7th here tonight as I'm making this video, throughout the 8th into the 9th. So here Tuesday evening, throughout Wednesday, into Thursday morning, it's important that when there's friction or this push comes to shove, it's like we can't force somebody to communicate with us. We can't force someone to reciprocate. We can only play our part, and not bang down the door. Whatever, I don't know. So there's positive aspects to the day. Again, what do we want to focus on, that we want to wrap up before we start this new journey come Saturday morning, really, come Saturday morning, So it's just like, okay, thinking about the future, going into completion mode. We're going into, ending this stuff, wrapping it up as the moon enters into, dreamy Pisces. So it's going to be a lovely couple of days. All right, we can get through this. We can get through the hard times. And again, I'll just say, though, like, there's not many great things that can happen without sometimes difficult conversation. So if we get into something that's like a difficult conversation, and sometimes again we can be like, I'd rather not communicate than communicate because it's too hard to communicate. It's just like we can look, the great films that have been made. There was hard conversations and compromises. There's hard decisions in every Bob Ross painting. There was hard conversations between the couple that stuck it out and lasted 100 years. There's hard conversations between the tribes that have lasted over generations and generations. There's hard conversations between the musical groups, that have stuck it out over years and created the great hits. There's always been hard conversations, okay, and there always will be hard conversations, but it's us being present, and this is where the other energy comes in through the chart. It's us being present, especially this Capricorn energy, of us being the boss, and recognizing that the other person is a boss as well, and having a mature way to handle our business, a mature way to handle our emotions, a mature way to communicate and express ourselves without things flying off the handle, right? And we're moving into, again, the future that we're all trying to create is that. It is that kind of a future where we can open the dialogue to difficult or challenging conversations without them turning into arguments, without them turning into, boiling verbal fights, right? So blessings, whatever's going on this conflicting emotional action, kind of a day. There's always, some light and positivity, because again, this energy is showing that this is ending, that this lack of communication or this tug of war is truly ending, and things open up on the 11th, which is when the sun's going to enter Aries. Mercury's also going to wrap up its retrograde. Okay, so there's light at the end of the tunnel, my friends. We have to just make it through these last couple of days, and that Venus being in Gemini is saying it's not just about the destination, it's not just about where we're going, but enjoying these hard times. There's lessons to be learned in everything, right? So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Appreciate you as always, and we'll see you tomorrow.